Well, this has been a wild 2 straight days, and we still have one more day to go in this fun little continued stint of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Quite noteworthy for a number of reasons, not to mention good quality of matches. So let's go ahead and talk about what we've seen so far. Hello, everybody. Now, I'm just a simple man, and my name is Noah Foster. Welcome once again to another NJPW Simple Take. In this one, we'll be covering the opening round matches of the New Japan Cup USA, as well as today's show from the Summer Struggle, as this is being recorded Saturday, August 8th, 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're just under 12 hours from the finals of the 6-man Openweight Tag Team Championship Tournament, as our finals are now set. Let's go ahead and talk about what we saw. Let's start with yesterday. As you all know, yesterday marked the debut of NJPW Strong, and of course that included the opening rounds of New Japan Cup USA. And we had our 4 opening matches, led in commentary by Kevin Kelly and Alex Kozlov, who y'all might remember very well from former tag team wrestling in New Japan Pro Wrestling with the Hooligans. Let's go ahead and talk about the matches. Our opening match was Kenta versus Carl Fredericks, and this is everything that I expected as I look at Chris Charlton's Twitter too, who basically also quoted what Shibata said in his interview. If you haven't read that interview, go read it. Great read. Basically, big trouble for Fredericks in the stand-up. By the way, Kenta fully embracing what, well, I'm growing the beard back, so I guess I am too. Fully embracing the whole COVID. Just let the hair grow out. He got all like messy hair. Seemed like he was wearing headphones too. You wonder if he was jamming to his own theme or just blocking out everybody else or had like audible boos in his head because he missed his fans. Anyway, enough about the entrance and theatrics. Let's go into the match. Match was pretty competitive back and forth. Of course, it was a kicking game, but Carl Fredericks at times called himself the Alpha, of course. I think he may have been a little bit full of himself, took Canada for granted at times, and he paid for it. Good half-crab maneuver, though, halfway through the match, then a ridiculous lariat, and then both these men are back up eventually, eating elbows against each other, both testing each other's wills. However, I mean, Carl Fredericks, he laid in some hard hits, but Kenta, I think, legitimately knocked him out with those overhead palm strikes, including one more that looked like he was already out. Got him up on his knees and just dropped him. And then, of course, the GTS led for the win. And by the way, I appreciate how New Japan Pro Wrestling America adheres to what you know from New Japan Pro Wrestling in general, as not only do they, of course, just announce the winner twice, but they also informed us of how long the matches went, too. And I must say, I really appreciate it. It was, let me see what I can find here, 9 minutes, 59 seconds. Kenta wins and advances. All right, so good opening match. And Carl Fredericks, hey, not bad for his real first test since breaking out of the Young Lions Academy in his first GP type of format. I'm sure many more are to come. I'm sure he's going to make major strides in New Japan Pro Wrestling America. Definitely going to be a foundation for it, in my opinion. Moving on from there, we go into our next match. GOD back with, by the way, he came out to official Bullet Club theme. Kenta did, while GOD still came out to their, you know, Ain't Nobody Ready for the Gorillas. So Tagaloa took on the Hawaiian Juggernaut. You might remember as Matanza from the Underground, the longest reigning Ring of Honor television champion. He was Chris Jericho's hitman one time in AEW. He competed in the G1 last year against John Moxley, so you know he wants him. And Tagaloa and Jeff Cobb, pretty good match of a power variety, and Chris Charlton basically disclosing Cobb has gotten better ring shape and definitely shows more gas in the tank. It looks like Cobb also like slimmed down a little bit. Looks like everybody kind of did a little bit to themselves, physically and facial-wise, during this time. It looked like he came out with cut hair too. Pretty good back and forth bout. Tongaloa gets some good suplexes in there and power moves, but this was actually, I think, the shortest match, if not the second most shortest match of the night, as of course, Aloha Tour of the Islands, boom, that's it. It gave him the win in a pretty decent bout. And moving on from there, we go into our clean defensive break. And I did not get the time for this match. I think it was like 7 minutes and some odd seconds. It was actually the shortest match, I think, of the entire card. Anyway, as we go back to the ring now from our cleaning and disinfection break, we go into the match that was definitely torn the most with, especially considering prior history. By the way, if you haven't already, support WrestleJoy. Check out at Phoenix AEW's great interview with David Finlay. Shout out to all of you that work at WrestleJoy. I support WrestleJoy. I support pro wrestling. I support joy in wrestling. Anyway, Chase Owens, David Finlay, they went to town on each other. And Chase Owens, of course, looks like he really hasn't lost a single step. Great in-ring psychology, too, using kind of Jake White antics to the way and the ropes to his advantage to garner favoritism in this match. And Chris John said Dark Horse picks for the... Apologies, botch. Dark Horse pick for this whole thing. Chase. Best juice last year in the Cup, remember? Yes, I do remember. But I also remember that he beat David Finlay one-on-one. With that being said, Chris Charlton's Dark Horse pick was eliminated. As this match progressed, it was an aggressive affair. Big European uppercut, close part of the match. Ridiculous backbreaker, then a back elbow strike similar to Andrade. You might know who I'm talking about if you watch the other company. I thought he literally knocked the guy out. Slingshot backbreaker into a roll-up. Almost gave Chase Owens the win. But that special drop move, not sliced bread, but David Finlay out of the corner into the drop, gave David Finlay the win. David Finlay overcame Chase Owens in probably was my favorite match of the night at 9 minutes and 46 seconds. And also, there was a nice callback prior to the tag league with the roll-up attempt by Chase Owens, because that is how they beat the Finjuice during the tag league, even though in the end Finjuice won. Happy beer time for David Finlay, I'm sure. But boy, his back's going to need some icing after that. Good match. And as far as Chase Owens, I don't know. I mean, I've already blasted him once being the fall guy, and I regret saying that because he really isn't. He shows a lot of promise, and I feel like the world is his to take. It's just a matter of when and how. It won't be against Jon Moxley for that WGP United States Championship, at least for the time being, because he's out. And then we move on to our main event, our closing match. And this is the one I've been waiting for a number of reasons. One, Brody King is a freak. The things that this guy can do in the ring, a guy of his size and stature, absolutely amazing. Came up with a new buzz cut look. And then we get, seriously, he looks like Razor Ramon. I dare someone to tell me different. Clean shaven, I still can't believe that. Gray follicles of the beard anyway, still there though too. The good bad guy in Tama Tonga. This was a very back and forth, hard-hitting brawl, just to sum it up like that. Both men going in with the attitudes that they both could be champions. Both men, they really went into this that they wanted this. And I will say, both men, it looked like they did a lot, but the match was shorter than I expected. Anyway, Chris Johnson, how impressive was Tama Tonga outmaneuvering Brody King? No shortcuts on a rare show of respect backstage. Yeah, it seems like, again, there was tease back then that Tama Tonga, he might want to go on a singles run, and it might be a brand new setup for him. Because really, this match, it was 100% clean. It came down to who could really out-wrestle the other. In the end, Tama Tonga, he out-wrestled Brody King. Brody King, though, with some ridiculous free-form flapjack splash that sent Tama Tonga into the atmosphere, and then the follow-up senton splash. Not enough, near fall. Suplex to the corner, nasty on Brody King's neck. And then ridiculous power move. Tonga twist finally countered, and then Brody King thought he had Tama Tonga. But of course, ace in the hole, gun stun. Tama Tonga won in what was not the longest match of the night, but it didn't have to be, in my opinion. Oh, by the way, that match with Jeff Cobb and Tagaloa, 8:45. Again, I feel it's important to know how long these matches go. If you follow Chris Sampson on Twitter and Sports Pro Wrestling Sheet, you'd be surprised how much time and endurance really plays into the way that a New Japan Pro Wrestling affair might play out. And that's why I really respect the fact New Japan Pro Wrestling America does this. Again, New Japan Pro Wrestling, my favorite company. It's as simple as that. 7 minutes, 14 seconds. Gun stun, Tama Tonga advances in a very physical bout. And then in a backstage interview, he shows respects for Brody King. One of the best there is right now in wrestling as a freeform agent. And he wants to win this. I really like the idea of Tama Tonga versus Jon Moxley for the IWGP United States Championship. But can that happen? Well, it depends if he gets through his semifinals match. The semifinals are set. It will be Kenta versus Jeff Cobb and Tama Tonga versus David Finlay. We got Bullet Club. We got ROH. That's literally what we got here. Oh, I guess David Finlay's NJCupUSA main unit, but you get the idea. So if I'm looking at these semifinals, by the way, my bracket already busted. Good job, Cindy. Damn it. I'm just going to say it right now because based on what I'm seeing, it really could be a different Tama Tonga. So I'm going to go off the rail and say that the final will come down to Tama Tonga and Jeff Cobb. I think the finals is going to come down to Jeff Cobb and Tama Tonga is going to win this thing and challenge Jon Moxley for the IWGP United States Championship at date to be determined. Am I right? Only time will tell, as of course the action will continue this coming Friday, 10 p.m. Standard Time. You know I'll be watching, you know I'll be reacting. Moving on from there, though, of course the NJPW action didn't stop there, as we continued on to what we saw this morning with the semifinal matches of the six-man never openweight tag team championship tournament. As we had our two matches, a killer announcement, and some great opening bouts beforehand, too. So with that, let's go ahead and talk about what we've seen so far today. So the opening match was Uda Yamura versus Taiji Ishimori, as Taiji Ishimori continues to show his way towards being the next IWGP Junior Heavyweight champion when he takes on Hiromu Takahashi at Jingu Stadium. But great effort by Uda Yamura, who not only kicked out of a bloody cross after a ridiculous jump and knee strike. In the end, though, yes, lock, submission by Taiji Ishimori. It does make Uda Yamura tap out. Uda Yamura continues to show increased progression with how far he is coming along as a young lion. As the young lion actually continued, we go into a tag team bout now. As Gato Kid and Gojo Shuji, they took on Bullet Club in Gato and Yujiro Takahashi. Of course, Jada was with them too, with that damn kendo stick. And the match played out as you probably would expect. Bullet Club entered his side, but they didn't take the turnbuckle off. I guess they felt that they didn't need it. But great competitive effort by the Young Lions duo. Good double spear at one point by Gabriel Kidd. But it wasn't enough as in the end. Oh, by the way, in case you didn't hear Gato, he's still breathing with this switchblade. And as my good friend at CBC_K Cindy G says, she misses Jay White. I'm sure many agree with you. He'll be back eventually, folks. You just gotta figure out when Australia will allow you to travel and to where. What a crazy time we live in this world. Anyway, end of the match, Gabriel Kidd, he falls to Yajiro to Pip Juice, and Bullet Club gets the win on this one, but add insult to injury as Gato basically uses his belt to incite one last lesson about remember who your better is, remember who's in charge, as they both got whacked with a lighter strap. By the way, give an assist to Jado because a kendo stick shot, which I think was unnecessary, also helped, of course, Bullet Club get the win here. So if nothing else, this was a preview, and Chris Charlton plainly put it, clear preview of Yajiro's desired lumberjack belt match here. So we'll have to wait and see how this goes. Okada versus A3. I mean, what can I say, okay? It seems kind of obvious that he's going to win. All right? Just saying. Moving on from there, we move into six-man tag team action. That's GBH, Great Bash Heels, and Togi Makabe and Tamaki Homa, with this time Blue Justice, Yuji Nagata. They took on the faction of Suzuki-gun, led by the Holy Emperor, in this team, of Taiji, Zack Madrid, the current IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Dangerous Tekkas, and heel master Yoshinobu Kanemaru. And immediately after he completes his intro, I would love to see that intro live. As a Suzuki-gun, you know, they did the typical tactic. But I'll give credit where credit's due. GBH and Nagata, they brought a hard fight back to the Suzuki-gun faction, but in the end, Homa, I think, suffered the worst here, especially after that ridiculous bad trip by Taiji. You all know that Homa has been through a repaired neck surgery on countless occasions. But in the end, he had no choice. It was pretty much said and done. As the Holy Emperor, he basically got the win here for the team. And it continues to favor Suzuki-gun right now when it comes to New Japan Pro Wrestling. I was kind of interested, though, to see if GBH could somehow pull a surprise upset or victory roll, because we're still trying to figure out, are Golden Eights going to get a rematch and be challenged for the IWGP Tag Team Champions, and who can challenge Zack Sabre Jr. and Taiji for those titles, whether they want to face them or not. I guess we're just going to have to keep guessing. Maybe Tenkozy will. Just talking out loud. Now, before we go, of course, into our cleaning and disinfectant break, actually, no, I think there was one more match before that. There was something else. What am I missing? Oh, yeah. Fucking A! My fall is fully set. Ladies and gentlemen, the G1 Climax 30 is official. This starting fall next month, September 19th, for 30 straight days of competitive action. Well, not straight days, but you get the idea. Over 30 days of competitive action. G1 Climax returns, and they are going all over the place in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Osaka, Hokkaido, Hyogol, Tokyo, Niigata, Kagawa, Hiroshima, Okayama. And they're also going to be in a Budokan, but in the Yokohama Budokan in Kagawa. But anyway, the G1 Climax 30, field yet to be determined, blocks yet to be disclosed. It officially starts September 19th. And 18th, excuse me. And I assure you, I will be doing full day-by-day coverage and predictions and a bracketology because this is the best professional wrestling tournament of the year. You do not want to miss this spectacle. It is a who's who of who could win this thing and what matches will be the best professional matches you will see this year. And I'm not just saying that because Dave Meltzer even proclaims that. It's a damn fact, folks. I literally got done rewatching G1 Climax 29. If they don't have Minoru Suzuki in this, especially with how long he's been wrestling, if they don't have Shingo Takagi, Tomohiro Ishii, and Kota Ibushi in this as top tier, I'm going to be very disappointed. And based on events I saw later on in matches, I hope personally that Shingo, Okada, Ishii, and Bushi, and maybe Master Wato are all in the same block. Maybe Yoshihashi too. I think he deserves an opportunity. But Minoru Suzuki, if no one else, Minoru Suzuki, who has not been in there, I might add, last year, he damn sure better be in this one. Okay. So, moving on from there, and yes, this is my friend Sierra and RH. Please follow him and read his articles at WrestleJoy over Tomohiro Ishii. Taiji doesn't give a fuck about Holman's repaired neck. You got that fucking right. Okay, so, cleaning, disinfectant, break aside, we continue on with tag team action. Man, that bad dribble by Homa, though. I'm actually worried about his neck. But anyway. Aw, Amanda misses Pita and Miho. Well, Miho Abe and Pita, they'll be back. Only time will tell. There are great people in the wrestling community that are fans of Pro Wrestling are genuine people, folks. You just gotta surround yourself with the right type of people. Alright, continuing on. Tag team matches. Asanina Red! That king is here. As Minoru Suzuki led his trio in Duca and El Desperado. They took on the trio of Satoshi Kojima, Rizusuke Taguchi, and Hiroyoshi Tenkozy and the coach. This was a fun competitive bout, but the number one thing on my mind is, what is Minoru Suzuki going to do here? Because he can renew all rivalries, of course, with Satoshi Kojima. El Desperado and Kojima, they've been going at it, seems like, for a while right now. And it really played out here during this match. Funky Weapon eventually got on a roll and even hit the butt on Minoru Suzuki and Minoru Suzuki's face in the ropes. Priceless, but I also think sheer anger. As the match continues, though, it came down to Kojima and El Desperado. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I got this right because I always screw up names. Yeah, it came down to Kojima and Dukai. That's what I meant. Because, of course, Dukai, you got to imagine Dukai was going to be the guy that the fall here. But good striking offense by Dukai as he and Kojima, it came down to them towards the end as Taguchi and El Desperado, they were mixed up outside the ring. And Hiroshi Tensen and the King, well, good luck with that combination. By the way, favorite moment of this match, Minoru Suzuki just eating the chops of Kojima in the corner and then stopping, wanting more. You need more chops. I wanted this to continue as much as 100 times, similar to how Cesaro spun Daniel Bryan on the independent scene. But I get it. Time constraints and, you know. But again, Minoru Suzuki, guy's a freak. Anyway, as we come towards the end of the match, Satoshi Kojima with the Lariato wipes out Dukai and gets the win for his team. 1, 2, 3. And then, as we go outside the ring, for some reason, Taguchi and El Desperado, they're mixing up with each other, and Taguchi makes El Desperado literally tap out to a submission. I don't know what that was for. King remains unscathed, though, so I'm okay with this, as it does not hurt him at all as he heads towards his eventual match to have with Shingo Takagi for the number one title. Gotta imagine going to be at Jingo Stadium. Not made official yet. But some of them might be made official, as we finally are learning more and more about what's to come, maybe, and who can take part in KLPW 2020, as I look through Twitter here. Kojima and El Desperado. They kind of want to mix it up with each other, as Kojima calls out El Desperado in this. El Desperado's like, oh, okay, you want me? All right, fine. I'll fight you. I'll fight you. Yeah, let's do it. So, here's the thing. Because KLPW 2020 seems to be surrounded by the ideas of fan-suggested gimmick matches voting. Because the match is suggested by the wrestlers, but we, the fans, vote on the circumstances. What sort of match could Satoshi Kojima and El Desperado compete in at KLPW 2020? I'm trying to think here. Maybe King Monster's Last Man Standing? I mean, both men, they could do a submissions match. I don't know, but I'm curious what y'all's thoughts are. What match would you like to see in Ellis Brown switch Kojima in? I'm sure that backstage exclusives and further news on NJPW will tell us more about this too, but we're going to have to wait and see. As one of my friends suggests, who can eat the most bread? Well, I guess that's a suggestive idea. Ridiculous one, but suggestive. Let's see. Neither man use a weapon. Don't use a weapon, so you can't do weapon on a pole. Maybe tables match? That'd be a little different. I don't know. I'm going to be really curious to see what happens. All right. So moving on from there, those were our opening matches. Now on to the main showcase of the show, which of course the continuation of the Never Openweight 6-Man Tag Team Championship Tournament. First match of 2. It is Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, and partners Sho and Toru Yano. They're taking on the LIJ faction. I picked the win. It's Sanada, Bushi, and Shingo Takagi. And this match gave me everything I thought it would. At one point, Okada and Shingo, they mixed up with each other. I feel like that's a one-on-one that's waiting to happen. Imagine if that was for the Never Openweight title down the line during the fall. Maybe developed during G1, if Shingo still has the title then. And then, of course, Sanada and Sho more so wants a piece of Sanada, wants to make him tap out. Did go for that a couple of times during this match. And then, of course, you have Toru Yano, the most vocal, loud, comical person in this match, probably in all New Japan. And I heard the audience laugh under their match, too. You cannot deny the humor that Toru Yano causes in people. He tries once again to get his revenge against Bushi. And Bushi and Yano, they go at it, really getting the better of each other. It seems like Bushi did his homework when it came to Toru Yano. And again, Sho just wanted to make Sanada tap out so damn badly. In the end, though, it looks like finally Toru Yano, he resorts to his antics, tries to get a roll of tape, but Shingo Takagi, he prevents that, and the tape gets thrown out. It's once again control of LIJ, as Bushi goes for a Torpe Suicida. Toru Yano, he pulls a Yota Tsuji in the way, and unfucking believable. You can't outsmart this guy. He's always got more tricks up his sleeve. Good grief. And it seemed like Bushi really wanted these titles, especially with the post-match antics. Ladies and gentlemen, LIJ is eliminated. Chaos wins via countout as Toru Yano tied Bushi masks to the barricade. And of course, a luchador is never going to take their mask off. And Shingo Takagi, he couldn't do much about it because he was already dealing with the other members of Chaos. Toru Yano gets in by 17 and literally countout victory at 20. Toru Yano, he gets the win for the Chaos faction, and LIJ is eliminated, and Bushi was pissed off, let me tell you. That little tantrum, you can tell about he wanted this win, you can tell that he thought he had Toru Yano's number, and you can tell how much he thought LIJ was going to win this. Nope, and Shingo Takagi, I think he just looks disgusted. I don't know if he's more disgusted with Toru Yano, or he's more disgusted with Bushi's, what am I thinking here? Post-match reaction. And as far as Sanada and Sho goes, I mean, Sho, he launched the arrow. Is that one-on-one going to happen again? Only time will tell. And Okada, I mean, hey, he's indifferent. And Okada right now is still in this thing. He might become a 6-man champion. And we'll see how he handles that. Oh, good grief. Oh, Bushi. I feel so bad for you as I look at this gif. Ha ha ha. Oh, well. So now we have a potential of an all-chaos final as we go into our main event. And boy, was this 6-man tag team match something else. As the ace of New Japan, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and partner Kota Ibushi, Golden Ace, and their partner, Master Wato, they took on the Chaos Trio, B, as my friend Shinji calls it, of Tomohiro Ishii, the Stone Pitbull, Hiroki Goto, and Yoshihashi. Now, you all know I have a sentimental spot in my heart for Yoshihashi with the fact he's never held New Japan Pro Wrestling Gold. And I really feel like that he wants this and could win this. And then I figure about how Master Wato and Kota Ibushi could work as a tag team. It showed up throughout this match. And the Ace right now, really trying to push Kota. Be above me. It's time. It's your time now. Which team wanted it more? And of course, Tomohiro Ishii, no nonsense. He just wants to beat the hell out of everybody and wants to fight. Well, we got all that and more. It was a very competitive match. Master Wato's team, that's what I'm going to call it. Hiroshi Tensei, by the way, was in their corner, just watching. Didn't get involved at all. Again, Hiroshi Tenzan, he supports Master Wato. And as Liger put it, you thought you were going to get something different from Master Wato in this. Well, you kind of did. Throughout this match, though, the Ace, he kicks it off, and it's in the Ace and team partners' control as they control Hiroki Goto. There's a tag then, and Wato and Yoshi, which was the match I really wanted to see come out through this, and really what I wanted to come down to, and it did. They first started squaring off with each other. Until Ishii and Kota, they started wailing into each other. Again, the 6 men all feeling out each other. Of course, the hardest ones feeling themselves out is, of course, Ishii and Kota. As literally Kota Ibushi is hitting Ishii, but Ishii's like, "Ure! Hit me harder. I want more. That all you got? Come on, hit me. Hit me." Oh, he did all right. Anyways, the match continued. We get a reverse GTR by Hiroki Goto and a twist and shout by the Ace. And then Ibushi with a kick and Tana roll-up for the flash pin, similar to the way they beat the Suzuki Gun Trio yesterday. Almost got him the win here. It did not. Ace goes for his high fly flow when everything seems to be in their control, and Goto is vulnerable in the ring. Misses as Goto rolls out of the way. Ouch. And then we go back to Yoshihashi and Master Wato. As Yoshihashi and Master Wato, they're once again battle of strikes and kicks. There's a neck breaker at one point. But then Ishii and Hashi, they get the better of Master Wato with great tag team offense. There was a big kick followed by a lariat and a code breaker into a suplex spot. And then out of nowhere, Yoshihashi with a powerbomb Master Wato, near fall. Then we get a ridiculous follow-up lariat. Damn, wiped him out. Yoshihashi, man, he can throw a lariat as mean as Kojima. Kick out, though. Not enough. Match continues, and Master Wato and Kota Ibushi, they come into play as the Ace finally gets control of Yoshihashi, and they hold him in place. And literally, simultaneous perfect timing and perfect execution. Damn, I thought he was out cold. Beautiful double high kick combination, both by Master Wato and Kota Ibushi. Dropped Yoshihashi where he stood. Or so I thought, as Master Wato went for his corkscrew splash finisher and misses as Yoshihashi had enough wherewithal to roll out of the way. As the match continued, there was a nice roundhouse kick follow-up by Master Wato and then powerbomb crucifix pin combination for the near fall. Master Wato was this close to getting the win for the team. Damn it. Anyway, after a subtle kick though by Master Wato, it came down with Hiroki Goto backing up his partner. As Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi, they were exercising similar to what they did in their previous match. Almost looked like they were going for the assisted avalanche GTR. Not quite. As instead, we got the, let me see what that is. Subtle kick to the head, and then an Ushigoroshi by Goto, with a sliding lariat by Tomohiro Ishii, and then double knee follow-up Meteora by Yoshihashi. Master Wato getting destroyed. As the match continued, Yoshihashi, he gets in position, he grabs for the pump handle, driver, similar to a sunset driver, think about it, and he gets the win for the team. 1, 2, 3 over Master Wato. Damn it. What a really good match, though. Man, this could have gone either way, and this was, again, the match I was most looking forward to. The semifinals were made, and it delivered. And in the end, we have an all-chaos final. So, is this the moment? Is Yoshihashi finally going to become a champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling? Is Okada going to become a champion outside of the IWGP Heavyweight Champion? What? But also, I think we got other matches to come, as afterwards, it's going to Kota Ibushi in the Age. You know, they're showing mutual respect, so is Master Wato. But Tomohiro Ishii, on the other hand, he just wants to fucking fight. And it looks like he really wants to fight Kota Ibushi. So, could we get Tomohiro Ishii versus Kota Ibushi, maybe, during KLPW 2020? Eh? Maybe? I don't know. All I know is I can't wait for the next time Tomohiro Ishii picks a fight, because any time Tomohiro Ishii is in a match, you're in for some awesome action. Anyway, as this night concluded, Yoshihashi, he comes down with the microphone and sends us off, says this: "All chaos tomorrow. I have to face Okada, Yana, and Sho, but I can't hold back. I have to get results. I absolutely will get those belts tomorrow night." Ladies and gentlemen, you've been waiting for it. I know several have, including me. This very well could be Yoshihashi's moment. We're in uncertain times. I've been uncertain all the way through my career here. I'm uncertain now, but tomorrow, I want to show you a dream come true. Remember those words after the main tomorrow. Life can change in an instant. Isn't that the truth, Yoshihashi? So with that being said, folks, who's going to take the 6-man Never Openweight titles? I truly believe in my heart, and I want it to be Yoshihashi, Tomohiro Ishii, and Hiroki Goto. Because I just don't see Okada holding this belt, and Yoshihashi deserves it. He wants it. And he's going to do everything he can to earn it. Simple as that. Well, that being said, we are done here for now, as again, the action will continue literally within 12 hours from now as we will get the finals tomorrow morning. So I am done here discussing NJPW with you for this evening. Thank you so much for tuning in, listening to the discussion. Love to hear your thoughts, your remarks. What do you enjoy most about New Japan Pro Wrestling? What's your favorite New Japan Pro Wrestler? What are you hoping to see? Or who do you want to see a surprise appearance in the G1 Climax 30? We got 30 days of incredible wrestling ahead, folks. Literally in a month and 11 days, all right? I'm just continuing looking at this gif of Bushi and Shingo. It's freaking hilarious. And with that being said, I hope you all enjoy, and I hope you all do come and enjoy New Japan Pro Wrestling, even if it's your first time. Give it a look. You will not be disappointed. You want to know more about me, though? Know this. I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of ... wrestling. So if you want to follow me and talk anything or wrestling, look me up on Twitter, NoDQ.com/Noah, to my Twitter page, or NNFoster916 for some nice, light humor and good vibes in your life. Constant music every day and other thoughts in wrestling. Keep following this little YouTube channel here, youtube.com/user/NoahFoster210 for all things wrestling. Shout out to my AEW family on Twitter. Primarily, this channel will focus on, though, NJPW and AEW. Changes are to come very soon, as I will be heading off to college. Stay tuned for a live channel update. Content to come includes a simple tag following tomorrow's event, another episode of AEW Spark, another episode of the Simple Chat in 7, as well as continued coverage of NJPW, New Japan Cup USA, and Summer Struggle, as more announcements and matches for KLPW and Jingu Stadium are sure to be announced and determined. Interesting, no Naito or Evil on this show. Just saying. Anyway, you haven't figured out by now the reason why I've been doing this. It's simple. Support NoDQ. The reason I got into YouTube, for I'm indebted to the NoDQ family. Forever apart. NoDQ. For life. Buy a shirt. I have multiple shirts. Through the Great Cherry brand, too. Support the Great Cherry brand. But NoDQ.com/merch to that store. Follow NoDQ.com on other social media platforms. Opinions matter, everything. Polls, comments, memes, gifts, reviews, recaps. It's actually female pics. Named it's there, primarily wrestling from WWE. With AEW and other independent wrestling promotions and coverage as well. And of course, the heart of this, folks, support pro wrestling, support pro wrestling, because that's where it all starts. And also, support WrestleJoy, support Team All Elite, Pro Wrestling Discussion, support the Greg Cherry brand, like I said, support the Jeff Meacham Network. Jeff, I hope you and your family are doing well. God bless you and your health and all those around you. And as always, I'd like to close, folks. Support your wrestling outlets, big and small. Let's keep growing some incredible, diverse, unique, elite, authentic, unscripted, unrestricted wrestling community together. Simple as that. Excuse me. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. Hit the bell knowing the video goes live on this channel. The subscribe button, help me grow this channel. Shout out to all 162 that's been with me on this fun YouTuber creator's journey. It's not lamp anytime soon. Hope I encourage you to express your passions, be yourself, have fun with what you enjoy. And like I always say, folks, just take care, enjoy life, enjoy wrestling. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. Trust your families, especially during these wild times. And there's more wrestling now than ever. Find some promotion, some wrestler, somebody, some idea or topic that connects with you. Make a friend or rock out of it too. I'm not going to judge you. And until the next video, I just hope you all enjoy your Saturday, be safe, and continue to enjoy life. And have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are. Look again, yo. Sayonara.